Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Saturday to everyone. Game 2 of spring training today. Um, it's going down. It's going down. NFE's in the building. What's up, NFE? I can't believe how long was I live and I didn't even realize it. That is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, let me say what's up to the chat real quick, and then we'll get on to the topics and get on with our day. And we'll get on with our day. NFE's in the building. He says, yo, man, make sure you actually go check out NFE, man. That's my brother right there. Roy, what's up, Roy? Fuqua. I'm probably messing up your name. Your name is gangster, bro. I love your name. Yo, Jason, I love you, buddy. Thanks for the fun shows. I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. You've been live for 7 minutes. How embarrassing is that, guys? I don't know what's going on with my OBS. OBS is a software that I use to do everything. This shit has a mind of its own right now. Like, I'm trying to have everything automated where I could just press one button and everything is start up and stream. And I think I might have to go back to the way I had it before, because that's not good. That is not good. This thing is just going live on its own. Definitely not good. But yeah, folks, I mean, let me change this right here. It's the morning intro. Good Lord. Thank the good Lord for another day. And please don't let nobody get on my nerves today. Don't let anyone get on my nerves. But anyway, Carlos Lagrange set to take the mound today for the New York Yankees against the Tigers. The kid has been making a lot of headlines and just stirring up a lot of buzz around camp this year. He's getting a lot of looks, man, and he's turning a lot of heads. And as Yankee fans in general they're buying in. Everybody's bought in. For everyone I spoke to, anyway. A lot of people think he could make the team out of spring training, which would be absolutely crazy because that'd be a huge jump for a guy like Lagrange, even for a guy like Elmer Rodriguez to make the team out of spring training. Considering that he's pretty much played like one game in AAA. Lagrange, I don't think he played at all at AAA last year. So to make the jump, let me switch that. To make the jump from AA straight to the majors, just like that, it's something the Yankees don't usually do, but it's happened before, right? It's happened before. So, look, Elmer Rodriguez, he showed us some things yesterday. He impressed a lot of people. I will say this, though. Pete Alonso hit a bomb, and that center fielder, I forgot the dude's name that was playing for the Yankees. He saved him a little bit there. Made a great play, but that's Pete Alonso. The dude's a freaking stud, a veteran. And speaking of Pete Alonso, we're going to see a lot more of this dude this year. A lot more of him because he's with the Orioles, and he's, I know it's only one game. He had, I think, 2 at-bats or whatever, but he looked good. He reminded us how dangerous he could be behind, when he's in that batter's box. So, yeah, we'll see what Lagrange had. Me personally, look, I believe in the guy, and I think obviously the talent is there. It's undeniable. The kid's got talent. I mean, when you throw in 100 plus, he's got a special talent. But at the same time, I need to see more. Me personally, I need to see more of him, not only in spring training versus some legit big league hitters. That's what I want to see. And then if he can show me that he has command of that freaking electric arm and could get big leaguers out, then hell yeah, I'm all for it. Make the jump, promote him now. Promote him now. And if he says, I don't think either guy's make it on the opening day roster, but I do see both guys at some point during the season. Yeah. It's crazy because I hear what you're saying, but there is a world where they could make it out of spring training, but that's something the Yankees just don't do. They just won't. They don't do things like that. But I tell you what, even though the rotation looks okay right now, but every spring training's, and knock on wood, right? But all it takes is for somebody to get hurt or something for one of these guys to get an opportunity. Me personally, I think Chase Hampton will probably be next in line or someone like that, someone with a little more seasoned with some AAA time. But uh, I think stranger things have happened, right? Stranger things have happened. He says a build like Patanzas. I hope he stays healthy. Yeah, I mean, he's got a future. He's definitely got a future. You know, I could see like the comparing him to Dylan Betances because of his stature and everything, but I'm trying not to compare prospects to major league vets anymore because when you do that, you just set yourself for failure. You set yourself up for failure, and a lot of times it's not fair for the prospect. But I hear what you're saying though, in terms of his stature, his size. What is he like? 6'6", 260, 250 pounds, something like that. That's a big boy right there. It's a big boy. That dude's been eating a lot of plátanos and salami with all that, man, con queso and everything, man. He's been eating that shit his whole life. 'Cause my man is huge. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. Roy says maybe in September. Yeah, definitely maybe in September. Um, all right. But obviously the cap, no cap, Aaron Judge making his spring debut today. And like Aaron Judge is one because he's playing for the WBC and a lot is expected of him because obviously he's Aaron Judge and so he's probably started his ramp up a lot earlier than most guys or most seasons that he does. So I expect him to not be, because a lot of times Judge he starts off slow in spring training. And I get it's only spring training, but I think he's already ramped up. I think during the off season, he's already been preparing to play for the WBC because the WBC, you gotta admit, it's gonna have a ton of views, a ton of eyes on this thing. You're playing in front of a global market, not only the US, right? Even though with MLB is worldwide, but this is gonna be it's huge, especially this year with the amount of stars that are playing this year. It's huge. So I'm pretty sure he's not going in there willy nilly, like, and that worries me a little bit too. I'll be honest. It worries me a little bit too because we saw he had the issue with the elbow last year. He really hasn't had any downtime. According to him, he's been throwing the whole time and he's starting early. So I hope that there's enough gas in the tank that come September and October, he still has something left in there because the WBC, man, it's not like spring training. It's not at all. A lot of these guys they're gonna go in there and they're gonna try to show off. So that means that they've been already, and I'm not gonna say 100% like going full speed, but they've been working, right? The WBC starts in 2 weeks. In a week from now, in about a week, Team USA will start doing the exhibition games and start practicing. And March 5th, it's tournament time. And it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. So I hope Judge can stay healthy. But I expect him to show out today too. I don't know who's pitching for Baltimore, but I expect Judge to show out. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see. And if he says, "Oh, bro, I never compare skill set of current and former players. The height just caught my attention." Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's undeniable that in terms of like their build and everything, and they both got electric. I don't think Betances was ever throwing 103 though, but he was getting up there. I think he's hit triple digits before. Montero's pitching for the Tigers. Okay, let me pull that up real quick here. Let me just 1 second. Man, I can't believe I was live for 7 minutes and had no idea. And had no freaking idea. All right. But how you guys doing this morning, man? Let me know in the chat. Everybody's having a good day. How you guys feeling about this team right now? How are we feeling about the team? All right. Change this right here. Okay. There we go. There we go. Pull this up. All right. Yankees 0-1 spring training. That's how they got it. They're going to do us like that. Yeah. Kiter Montero. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Montero versus Lagrange. I'm not familiar with Montero, so I don't have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see if the lineup's out. I doubt it's out. All right. The lineup's going to be for Detroit. Jahmai Jones. Remember him? Ex-Yankee. Good for him, man. He found himself a spot. I don't know if he's going to be on the big league roster with them, but good for him. I know him and Glaber were friends too, so it's crazy how they ended up together with Detroit. You got Glaber Torres batting third. Obviously, everybody's familiar with him if you're a Yankee fan. And good for Glaber too, who got the qualifying offer, so he's making $22 million this year. Then you got Colt Keith, Jake Rogers, Jace Young, Trey Cruz. I don't like that it's truncating the names like that. I gotta fix that. Okay. All right. So no Kerry Carpenters in the lineup. None of that. So this is a good test for Lagrange. It's definitely a good test for Lagrange because Jahmai Jones has big league time. He's I'm not gonna say he's like a vet. He's not a vet, but he's seasoned, right? He is seasoned. So Lagrange is gonna face him. He's gonna face Glaber, who's a veteran. He's a big league hitter. I think that's the biggest test he's probably gonna have here. They're probably gonna limit him to like 2 innings, so he might get, hopefully if he gets 1, 2, 3 innings, then he'll get to the 6th batter. If not, then maybe go through the lineup once. So it's a good test. It's a good test. I won't be watching the game because I have to take my son to practice, but definitely gonna catch the replays. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. All right, for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez is batting first. My man, the Martian himself. Aaron Judge batting second. And look, so versus Kiter Montero, Aaron Judge has 2 at-bats versus him and struck out once. Ryan McMahon is 1 for 2 versus him. Paul Goldschmidt is 1 for 1 versus him. Anyway, so you got Seth Brown. I have no idea who that is. Paul DeYoung. That's a name we're all familiar with. Spencer Jones in the lineup too. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna miss this game too. I wanted to see Spencer Jones. I want to see if he made any adjustments. If he could work on that K rate, then he might find a spot in the big leagues. Max Schumann is another guy who I've been interested in seeing more of. I'm not too familiar with him like that, but that's one of the offseason pickups. And Ali Sanchez, who played yesterday too. He played yesterday for a little bit. That's the Yankees lineup. Let's see what we got here. That's pretty much it there, guys. Oh, man, the heat just turned on in my room, and it got super hot. Super duper hot. Ben Rice ain't playing today, McKay. He's here. He's there in spring, but he's not playing. And that's okay. No reason to rush it. It's spring chase. We haven't even touched March. They have a whole month of spring training ahead of them. He's going to get his time. A lot of times these guys decide when they want to start, so he might not be ready to really get full games. But it starts dwindling down because you have all those non-roster invites and all these people, right? In spring training, usually they're getting a lot of burn. They're getting a lot of at-bats and playing time in the beginning. But then they start cutting a whole bunch of people, and little by little, then towards the end, that's when you start seeing the full roster and the lineups, how they're gonna look during the season. So it's still a little too early right now. Still a little too early. So in that lineup that we just looked at, the Yankees probably got 3 big league hitters? I didn't even look at that. Hold on, let me check. So Lagrange is gonna face a few big leaguers, and the Yankees. How many big leaguers we have in the lineup today? Well, we got a few. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say Paul DeYoung is a big leaguer, 5. And then Max Schumann. Okay. Yeah, so that's a tough lineup for that dude. Considering he doesn't have too much big league time, I assume. Roy says, honestly, not paying attention too much. I feel you, man. I feel you. I wouldn't pay attention to me either, man. I'm slow as fuck. No, but yeah, and spring training is a little dead, man. And I understand for like the more look, and I'm not saying you're a casual fan, but most fans, that even me, man, like I don't really put too much stock into even when I was watching the game yesterday, I'll be honest, like for half the game I kind of dozed off there towards the end because that was a snoozer yesterday. No offense, no nothing. Once like the fourth inning hit and I saw all the guys I really wanted to see, it was just kind of, I'm just watching at that point. But today's gonna be a little more interesting because the lineup looks a little better. Yankees 0-1 season over. Pack your bags, folks. It's over, man. And you know what's crazy, NFE? There were people that were really like upset about yesterday's loss. The offense is terrible. And I'm like, dude, you realize only two players in that whole lineup is actually gonna make the team. Everybody else is a minor leaguer. So versus Trevor Rogers, even though he only pitched like 2 innings, but he's Trevor Rogers. He's a good pitcher. I haven't seen him in camp. Must have missed him. I don't know. I haven't seen. I'm not over there, so I don't know who is there, but he's there. I saw him when the Yankees were showing the media day, when they did media day and all that. I saw him there. He was there. He'll be here. It's okay. He's gonna be here. We're gonna see a lot of Ben Rice this year. A lot of Ben Rice. Where we at here? All right. You know what? Let's jump into. I got some trivia. I'm working on this trivia thing. We're gonna play this real quick. And you know what? No, we're gonna skip the trivia for now. What we're gonna do is let's do this or that, right? So this and that is something I made here. You can vote in the chat. Don't forget, guys, also you could pull up anybody's stats in the chat or anything. Just simply put exclamation point and the player's name, and they'll pull up. It'll pull up their stats. Like right now, I'm gonna just put just a random name. I don't know, Mickey Mantle. Any player ever, for the most part. Let me see if this works. Give me a second there. Right here. Hold on. All right. But let's do this or that. You can vote in the chat. Hold on. 1 or 2 in the chat. So this is Mickey Max careers totals. Damn. Crazy numbers right there. Crazy, crazy numbers. Let's go. All right. 1 or 2 in the chat. Oh, we already had this question, but who choose one player to make the roster out of spring training? Carlos Lagrange, put 1 in the chat, or Elmer Rodriguez 2. So 2 votes for Elmer right now. Even though Elmer hasn't seen AAA, I mean, he played like 1 game. I mean, look, this is not realistic right here. Chances are neither of these guys are going to make it, but I'm going to go with Carlos Lagrange here because I think the bullpen is where we need the most help probably. Damn, Roy with that, he came back freaking buzzer beater right there to tie the vote. 3-3. All right, so it's pretty much even, man. Undecided. That one's undecided. Let's see. Who would you rather have as a manager, Aaron Boone or Carlos Mendoza? It's a tough one right here. Aaron Boone or Carlos Mendoza? Who would you rather have as a manager? I'm gonna pick Boone, man. The Mets didn't even make it last year. Ali said none of them. That's funny. Mendy got 2 votes though, low key. Like, I don't dislike Boone enough. And Carlos Mendoza, he's Boone 2.0. They come from the same camp. Fuqua said 2. Damn, bro. Oh, it's almost 50-50 there. So Boone won. My man Boone. All right, what else we got? Do we have another one? All right, hold on. All right, this will be the last one here. I gotta make. If you have any ideas for this or that, let me know, cause I'm all out of ideas, man. When it comes to this, who is more likely to live up to their contract? Trent Grisham. So pretty much like who's more likely to have a better year or to live up to? Remember, Cody Bellinger's a 5-year deal. Trent Grisham 1 year. Cody Bellinger's making $42 million this upcoming season. So everybody's picking Cody. Everybody got Cody. All right, Cody's the winner. Cody is the winner. Let's turn this off real quick. All right, we'll do that. We're gonna go ahead into these trivias right quick. Bear with me, guys, because I've been working on this. I'm not 100% sure it's gonna work properly, but we're gonna try. So the way the trivia works is you're gonna put A, B, C, or D in the chat. It's multiple choice. A, B, C, or D in the chat before the timer winds down. The quicker you answer it, the more points you get. All right, no prizes today, but there will be in the future.
Trivia time. Who won the 2009 World Series MVP for the Yankees? Is it A, Alex Rodriguez, B, Hideki Matsui, C, Derek Jeter, D, CC Sabathia?
All right. Remember, the faster you answer correctly, the more points you get. Who won the 2009 World Series MVP for the Yankees? Okay, Hideki Matsui. The first correct answer was sky high, 420. Damn, my man, 420 right there. He got 500 points. And if he's in second with 500, the point system ain't working. Everybody got freaking 500 points. It's supposed to go with time. I gotta fix that, but it's okay. We will proceed. Next question.
Trivia time. How many RBIs did Hideki Matsui have in 2009 WS Game 6? Is it A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, D, 7?
7 ribbies? I already know the answer, so I'm not even gonna play. And if he says 6, Fuqua says 7, McCat says 6. It was definitely more than 4, because he went off that game. He went off. Everybody's going with 6. All right. I had to change that background music. Okay.
Trivia time. Whose MLB rookie HR record did Aaron Judge break in 2017? Is it A, Mark McGwire, B, Frank Robinson, C, Albert Pujols, D, Mike Trout?
Whose Major League rookie record did Aaron Judge break in 2017 when he hit 50 home runs that year, I believe, or 52? No. Everybody's going with D. Really? D? Nobody won. It was Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire held the record prior to Aaron Judge breaking it for rookie home runs in a season.
Trivia time. Aaron Judge's 60-second HRL record in 2022 came off which pitcher? Is it A. Jesus Tinoco, B. John Gray, C. Aroldis Chapman, D. Jarrett Cole?
Fuqua just be answering shit. Aaron Judge's 60-second home run came when he set the record. Who did it come off of? It wasn't Garrett Cole. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you can hear the garbage truck outside. It wasn't Aroldis Chapman either. I know that. It was Jesus Tinoco. It was Jesus Tinoco. I don't even know who that is. All right, last one, folks.
Trivia time. The Yankees' first 1-3-6-2-5-6 triple play 2021 came versus which team?
Yankees
Is it
first.
A. Blue Jays, B. White Sox, C. Rays, D. Red Sox?
1-3-6-2-5-6 triple play is insane. That is absolutely insane. So I believe, wait, one is what, the pitcher? So that's pitcher to first baseman to the shortstop to the second baseman. No, second baseman is 4. And then back to the shortstop. No, to the third baseman and then back to the shortstop. That's crazy. That is crazy. Rafael Corrales says, "Let's go Dodgers." Let's go. Go where? No. All right, man. Let's reset this here. What's that? All right, we'll do the last one. This will be the last one here, man. We're gonna do it twice. There's the hash shuffle game. There's another game I'm working on. Sometimes it doesn't calculate results properly, but we're gonna give it a shot. Again, once the shuffle's done, keep your eye on the ball. And once the shuffle's done, you're gonna vote 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. I put it slower because people complaining. Damn, I lost it already. Shit. Man. One, 2, 3 in the chat. Of course, there's 2. 1. I'm gonna go with what you guys are saying. 1. This thing gets me going. All right. Everybody got it right. That's enough for that. We're gonna go back. Roy says 2. Y'all want to do it one more time? All right. Since I got that was pro. Now we're going all-star level. You ready? All-star level. Here we go. I lost it. I turned my head for 1 second and I lost it. Oh man, I suck at this. That was tough. I turned my head for a split second and it was over for me. It was in number 1 again. Why did it give us? All right, are we doing 1? Nah, you know what? Forget it. I'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later. All right. Anyway, folks, those are some things I've been working on. If you got any ideas on some other games that we can make, let me know, man. Let me know because I'm I have some other ideas, but it's just not really feasible, and it's hard to play with the chat. Like with commands from the chat and stuff. It's hard to play. So, any questions, man? Let's just kind of freestyle right now. We'll just talk about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. While this garbage truck makes a ton of noise outside. Really? He's just like revving the engine for no reason from my house. Anyway, let me go back here. All right. So let's look at the news. Meyer, business as usual ahead of CBA negotiations. He's the new MLB PA since Tony Clark kind of resigned disgracefully. No, I'm not in Texas anymore, nephew. I'm actually in Arizona now. I am in Arizona. Yeah. Dodgers versus Yankees World Series again. Oh man, that would be great. That would be great. Yeah, the word on Cam's back, Roy, is that it's nothing. Pretty much, he's already thrown off the mound. Uh, so they said he's good to go. Obviously, he's like a week behind everybody, so I wouldn't expect to see him pitching for about at least a week or two. And if I was the Yankees, being that it was an issue, I might, no reason to rush him right now. There really is no reason. Ali says, I like your background look, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks, man. It's pretty basic, man. I want to add like a plant. I need something green. I don't know why I want like greenery behind me, but not directly behind me because I don't want it to look like it's growing out of my head. And by the way, don't forget, guys, look, there's a ton of commands you can do. I forgot to add it in the description, but if you go $, if you in the chat right now, if you put $, Hawk, for instance, not Hawk, the $, let's do $, like, and you can shoot hearts at me. If you put $, I don't know, what $, Joker, and that was loud as hell. That was way too loud. $, Joker should do something. It should. No. Or $, trash. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Anyway, there's a bunch of commands, man. I forgot to add in the description. Is it even working? I don't even think it's working right now. So disregard everything I just said. Oh, yeah, it is working. It is working. Anyway, yep. You got smokes, all kinds of stuff, man. You can also pull up stats, any stats you want to pull up. So the Phillies are facing the Nationals today. What else we got going on? I mean, me personally, man, I'm just waiting for WBC. I don't even care about spring training. Spring training, obviously, I'd like to see Judge get some at bats. I want to watch that. Certain people I want to watch, but as far as like the games, I could care less. The Yankees got shut out yesterday, 2-0, and only had 3 hits. Normally, during the regular season, I'd be pissed about that. I'd be like, that's unacceptable. In spring training, I'm like, okay, whatever. Enrique, I don't know why it's not working, man. The Joker thing. It's supposed to pull this out, though. It's working on my stream deck, but it's not working with the commands. I got to look at that later. Yeah. Raphael says Toronto Dodger fans are scared of them. We Dodger fans are scared of them. That's sad. Isn't that sad, man? Because I've heard that a lot. Like Dodgers are like, man, we'd rather face the Yankees. That's easy, than the Dodgers, man. And it's sad, man. As a Yankee fan, it really is because, man, we finally get that after so many years, and They literally shit the bed, man. That's what they did in 2024. And last year too. Last year we look. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody keeps saying we won 94 games, but we won 94 games, and if we won one more, we would have won the division. There was no way we were beating the Blue Jays last year. Just wasn't happening. They were way better than us. They were better than us. Like, there was no way the Yankees were going to beat the Blue Jays last year. Now, this year's a different year, though. It could happen, right? Last year, though, bro, they had our number. They really did. Like, even if we won the division and we faced them in the ALDS or in the ALCS, they were going to beat us. They were going to beat us. And I'd argue that even the Mariners were better than us last year. The Mariners are no joke. Don't sleep on the Mariners. Don't sleep on the Mariners. Can't sleep on them. Let me take this off. Railbird says, good morning, brother. Go Yankees. Don't get your blood pressure up. It's early spring training. No, I'm good. Yeah, man. I'm chilling right now. I am chilling. Slow Burner says, this year too? Nope. This year haven't happened, so we don't count this year. We're going to see. Now, don't get me wrong. If you guys start spanking us this year too, then yeah, but even if the rosters look the same and even, look, it's a whole new year. A whole new year. How do you, man, you don't have to, but I'd appreciate it. If you want to send a super chat, you could do that, or my Cash App, I guess. I don't even know my Cash App. What is my Cash App? Let me get that real quick. I have no idea. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Now there's some moves in my head. All right, this is my Cash App right here. If you really want to, you don't have to, man, but I'd appreciate it if you could. I have some plans of some things I want to do, but it requires funding. This is my Cash App. Oh, that's not working. Hold on, let me type this in here. All right. Roy. Slow Burner says you're better. They're better. I don't know, Slow Burner. Slow Burner. I don't know about that, because, and I'll tell you why, because now they don't want to show my damn things. Because you guys do, first of all, you lost Bo Bichette. Yeah, you got Yokomoto, right? But we don't know. He's never played in the big league, so how can you say that? We have no idea what he's gonna bring. That's one, right? Two, whatchamacallit? Bieber is hurt. I don't know how long he's gonna be out, but he's hurt. That's gonna hurt you. And also, it's a new year, guy. Man, look, it's a new. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. God forbid. I'm not wishing injury on anybody, but somebody could get hurt, right? Who knows? Maybe the league figures out Trey Savage. Trey Savage, he killed us last year, right? But we'd never seen him. So I'm thinking that now the league sees more of him. A full season in the big leagues, they might figure him out. Let's see. I'm not saying that because maybe he makes the adjustment and gets better too. But like, it's a new season. Right now, everybody is 0-0. Okay? Everybody's on the same level right now. But I do agree with you, though. Me personally, and this is coming from as a Yankee fan, I think the Blue Jays are the favorite. If I had to put my money on somebody to win the East, I'd probably put it on the Blue Jays. But I think the Yankees are right there with them, though. We're right there. In terms of division, right? The Yankees are going to be right there with them. And if we make the right moves, or if the right people, the right players step up this year, it could really put us over the hump, to where we'll be the favorites. But look, it's all speculation, right? We gotta see it to believe it. Mazeroski, known for 1960 World Series walk-off homer, dies at 89. And rest in peace. Roy says, I still think we need a hitting approach to the game instead of trying to kill every at bat. Maybe that's something that they're working on. Who knows? I agree with you, man. You know, people say we need more contact hitters. I think we just need a better approach at the plate because home runs are important. Home runs win ball games a lot of times, but we don't need everybody trying to hit home runs. It's all situational hitting. That's the whole thing. We need situational hitting. We need guys to understand. Like right now, we're not trying to hit the ball to fucking Teaneck, New Jersey. We need to just put the ball in play, you know? And I feel like the Yankees don't have that. And excuse my French. The Yankees don't have that. They just even if it could be bases loaded, right? Nobody out, 0-2 count, right? Two strikes. Instead of just trying to put wood on the board, they're trying to hit the ball out the park. It's like, why? Last year, you know how many times the Yankees had like runners on second and third or bases loaded with nobody out and they didn't score? So many times, man. I like at least I would say at least 15 times they had literally runners in scoring position, second and third, or bases loaded, nobody out, and did not score a freaking run. That happened way too many times in 2025. And that's just situational hitting. And that's why it drives me crazy. I'm like, my goodness, would it kill you to just put the ball in play? Just try to put the ball in play. Do you have to swing as hard as you freaking can? Like, would it kill you to just play pepper? Sometimes you just need to go up there and play pepper. Don't try to be a hero. Play your part. Anyway, Slow Burner says no Cash App in Canada. Yeah, sucks, man. World Classic Baseball. Who you got? I'm going for USA. Even though I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, my mother's Dominican, my father's Puerto Rican, and they're from Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. But me personally, I'm going for Team USA, man. I'm going for Team America, baby. Team America. All right. I might I might put a freaking. I might just fill my whole lip with dip. The Team America, baby. I'm so spitting out here. Now, just playing. But yeah, I'm going for America, man. Finally, Mets baseball starts today. Yeah, man. Finally, right? I think the Mets are going to be good this year. They look good to me. They look good. I appreciate you, man. Raphael with the dono, $2. I appreciate you, my brother. I really do. Thank you for your donation. Oh, it's telling you thank you for your donation. Yeah, man. Next time, leave a comment too if you want. But I appreciate it. Everything helps, man. Everything helps. Roy says he's going for Team USA. Me too. I was gonna buy a hat. I wanted to buy a hat, but they didn't have the snapback one. I didn't want the fitted one. But I want to get a hat, a Team USA hat. The jerseys too. I know this is kind of off topic, but I wanted to get like an Aaron Judge Team USA jersey. You know how much it costs? And these are just replica jerseys. These are not even the authentic stuff, the stuff the players wear. For a replica jersey, bro, it's like $175 before taxes, which is just crazy. And the way they make the jerseys now is so flimsy. It's like, it feels like nothing. And I'm like, really? $175 for that? No, not going to happen. Team Canada wins the gold tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't been following the Olympic hockey, but I heard USA beat them though, right? Something like that. Khadija, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? How are you? The Mets look good, but who knows what does the defense help do? Who knows what the defense help? Yeah, they got people kind of playing out of position right now. You got Juan Soto in left field. Jorge Polanco is going to be taking reps at first base. Yeah, they got guys all over the place. They talking about Brett Beatty in right field or whatever it is. I don't know. David Stearns is he's doing something different this year. We'll see. Bo at third won't work. We'll see. For the Mets, man. But that bat, man, that bat is something. My thing with Bo, man, let's see if he could stay healthy. That's his biggest thing. If he could stay healthy. MLB Cactus League is showing the results there, the standings. You look at the ticker there. All right. They need to have better defense to be good this year. Yep, it's baseball time. It definitely is. Japan is ready. Yeah. Luis Hernandez says, "Are you comfortable with the Yankees today?" Yeah, I mean today. You're talking about in terms of today's game. Why not? I mean, it's just spring training. These games mean absolutely nothing, guys. Like these games mean nothing, really. You know, this is just kind of got spring training is like so guys could get reps, get at bats, um, and everything. Like I said earlier, in spring training, I don't even care about the score. I don't care about none of that. I just want to see certain players and just see where they're at. You know, that's it. Like today probably be the well, actually I'm gonna miss the game, but today would have been the first time that I seen Carlos Lagrange live. You know, so I was looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the highlights because he's gonna face a few big leaguers here. So the lineup he's facing, right? He's gonna face Jemai Jones, who has big league time, and Gleyber Torres. That's a big test for him right there. Gleyber is gonna be a big test. I think he's gonna beat Gleyber because he throws hard, you know. And sometimes Gleyber struggles with those high. I don't know now, but when he was in the Yankees, he used to have trouble with it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Aaron Judge, you know, Dominguez, Ryan McMahon. I'm looking forward to seeing all these guys. Mm. So the top half of the lineup is full of big leaguers, and then towards the bottom, this is more minor leaguers. So yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. You know, some I've seen fans out here just going crazy about yesterday's loss, man. It's who cares? It's spring training, right? It's not even this thing doesn't even count. It's not like you get a choice. You don't nothing, you know. I would say the people that I wanted to see play well played well. Elmer Rodriguez played well. Jazz Chisholm went 1 for 1 with a walk too. He had a single and a walk, reached base twice, played well. Jose Caballero looked good at short, almost got a single. His first at bat was a good at bat. The second one he almost got a hit, but he just hit a line drive to the shortstop. You know, nothing you could do about that. But he made good contact. So that's what I'm more looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Jake Bird, another guy who looked good yesterday. Let me see. Oh, Roy says, I would like to see the Yankees keep these minor league pitchers and see how we come out with them. I know Scooble is like the go to trade guy, but I'm not in it. Oh, you're not, I can't even read, guys. I don't have my glasses, so bear with me. I'm not into it too much to resign. Yeah, my thing is this with the whole Scooble thing. I'll put your comment back up there. Come trade deadline, right? Let's say we get to the trade deadline and Scooble's available. I get it. So it's a rental. It's only for a rental. And the Yankees, however they calculate stuff, if you feel like adding Scooble to your team makes you a serious World Series contender, like you're the favorites, I think you make the trade, man. I think you do it. I really do. And I'm gonna tell you why, man. Because like I said, the window for Judge and these guys is closing. And sometimes I feel like the Yankees over the past couple years, we've played it too safe. Sometimes you gotta just let your nuts drag, man. Cashman, if you're listening to me, Brian Cashman. Sometimes you gotta let your nuts drop, and Hal too. You just gotta let your nuts drag and say, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna go all in, all in. Here you go. But you can't go half in. You can't say, "Oh yeah, well, we'll make a pickup." See, every year the Yankees do that, man. That's what frustrates me. We get a guy, but we won't get the guy. You know, if you understand what I'm saying. It's like we'll go halfway. Like yeah, we're we're saying we're gonna get somebody. We're just not gonna get the guy. You know, we're not doing that either. So let's go, man. Let's go crazy with it. Let's go crazy with it. What do we have to lose, guys? We haven't won in 15 years, 16 years, whatever it is at this point. What do we have to lose? Just do it. Just do it. Even if you lose schoolboy or whatever. And look, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, I wasn't a part of it, but we'll see because I'm talking like I'm forecasting towards trade deadline time. Now, if you have the opportunity to get a player that's gonna literally push your team over the hump, that moves the needle. Because we get a whole bunch of guys that don't move the needle. But if you could get one guy that's gonna move the needle, I think you do it. Me personally. Maybe it's just because I'm tired of losing, right? I'm tired of making it far, making it all, they're going through a whole season, right? We go through this from now all the way to October just to get embarrassed. Just to realize, damn, we don't have what it takes.
At Rafael Corrales-G2B says, World Classic Baseball Men.
At Rafael Corrales-G2B says, World Classic Baseball Men.
I don't know. I read it twice. Yeah, man. Appreciate the dono, man. The 5 from Rafael, man. Appreciate you, brother. I really do. Yeah, the WBC. I'm not sure what you're asking me there, but if you want me to talk about WBC, I will. I will. I love it. I love it, right? This is how I feel about the WBC. It's super exciting. It is freaking dope. To me, it's as close as it's as close as you're gonna get to the World Series or whatever, like, as you can get, right? Especially for players who haven't been on, for players like Mike Trout or players who haven't played on teams who haven't had the opportunity to play in meaningful games and postseason environment games. I love it because you see them in those get those at bats, get those opportunities to shine. But what I don't love about it, right now, this is the dark side about it. The dark side, and I'll get to Real Bill's super chat in a second. The dark side about the WBC, man, is that it is it's a risk. It is. Anybody who says it's not risky is lying. It is risky to go let your players play in this thing. It is risky. The same way it's risky to go play winter ball. Sometimes it's good. It's good for a lot of players, right? And they'll send them over there. But it is risky. These players make so much money, especially for the Yankees right now. Right now, because we have Aaron Judge, right, playing on this. It's very risky. I don't even want to say it. I don't want the words to come out of my mouth, but you understand what I'm saying, right? It's a real big risk for the Yankees to let him play there. It just is, man. He's that important to the team. It's not like, and I get it. Shohei Ohtani some would say it's super. I think the Dodgers, if Shohei missed some time, right, I think the Dodgers will still be fine. I can't say that about the Yankees. If Judge is not in there, I don't. At that point, it's like it's over, right? So yeah, but the WBC is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I think I'm going for Team USA. Let me know in the chat who you're going for, Rafael. I'm going for Team USA, but Team DR is gonna be crazy, right? Venezuela's always pretty good. Japan obviously is gonna be good. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Real Bill, appreciate the 2, my brother. Let's play ball. Spring training is for timing. Yeah, it's for timing. If you're a hitter, what would you say is for if you're a pitcher? It's kind of for ramping up, right? spring training is for timing and other stuff. It's so, like someone said yesterday, working on fundamentals. It's just to kind of get to know everyone, right? For the guys who are new to the club, get to know the staff and everything. Um, yeah, spring training is not about winning. It's about getting ready. You know, that's what it's for. It's about preparing yourself, your body, your mind, everything to go to the grind, man. Because I don't know if you guys realize we watch these games on TV like it's nothing, right? You go, let's say the game is 7:05 start time, and we show up and we watch the game, and that's it. And after 3 hours or whatever the game is, we turn it off and it's nothing. But for these guys, man, behind the scenes, they literally traveling. They might have flew in. It's a grind, man. The traveling schedule is crazy. And they're at the park. If it's a 7 o'clock game, they might be at the park at 10 o'clock or whatever it is and leave it. So it's a long grind. And you can't just jump into that, right? You got to work your way into it. So that's what they're doing right now. So little by little, they're working their way into that, that baseball season mode, or that grind that they're about to go to. You know, I'm sure their families are toll on their families too. I'm sure they're not around their families at all that much during the season. So, yeah, to me, that's what spring training's about. John DeBeagle says for him it's about seeing future Yankees. I agree with you too. You know, with me though, John DeBeagle dad, man, and I appreciate you joining. Sometimes I don't. I wish, and I'm gonna try to do better with that this year, especially. I'm gonna try to pay attention. I'm gonna try to pay more attention to the Yankees farm club, to the prospects we got down there, and even not the prospects, just the guys who are down there. So when I see him, because a lot of times in spring training, I'm watching. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy. Who is he? You know. So I'm gonna pay a little more attention to them. Besides the Carlos Lagranges of the world of the Yankees organization, a lot of these guys none of us ever heard of. But I'm gonna try to do better with that. Start paying more attention to the farm system. JK says if these guys can't score a run today, I'll start to worry. I won't, man. It's just like Real Bill says. They gotta get your timing, man. These guys are just fresh. I think Judge is more ready than a lot of people think, because he's been preparing for WBC. So he's already ramped up. You know, he's already ramped up enough behind the scenes that I'm not gonna say he's season ready, like 100%, but probably close. Should be close. I'm staying here for a couple more minutes. I got to take my son to practice. Real Bill says most insurance companies would not insure players for WBC. Lloyd's London is one of the insurers. The price is off the charts. Yeah, especially, I don't know how Judge got insured, because at that age, right? Like, who's going to insure it? I think it was something, it has something to do with age and something like that. If you're like over 35, you're more likely to get injured. But you're right. And that's another aspect. I just learned about that this year, Real Bill. I knew there was a such thing as insurance, but I didn't know that there was insurance for WBC guys. So teams so most teams, they're not going to let their players play in the WBC if they can't get insurance for them. Meaning, if they get hurt, the insurance company is gonna cover it. They're not gonna take most owners are not gonna do that. I'm not sure about Aaron Judge. I'm not sure if he's insured or not, or whatever is going on with him. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to see him play, but I'm worried too. At the same time, I'm worried. I'm worried about Aaron Judge, right? Especially his elbow. I'm worried about that stuff, because that stuff doesn't go away like on its own. I feel like that stuff. I don't know. It's scary, man. Especially with the elbow. It's scary stuff. Can we just imagine this lineup without Judge? The Dodgers have that luxury. Yeah, that's what I said, man. The Dodgers have the luxury. Like, if Shohei Ohtani was to miss some time, they'll be fine. They literally got like 5 other guys on that lineup who can just fill in that role. Us, we don't, man. We got Big G. and we see what happens. And Big G could, he goes on his little tears here and there, but it's tough for him, man, because you got to put him in the outfield and stuff. It's just tough. Yeah, I agree with you. If the Yankees were to lose Judge, knock on wood, we're toast, man. He is that important to this team that it's like we're instantly without him, we're instantly, I think, probably fourth or last place team without him. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Yeah. Jay Snow says he puts zero stock into spring training. I feel you. Roy says, I only want to see Triple Crown for Judge this year. I want to see a ring for Judge. A ring. That's what I want to see. WBC for real. This is WBC talk. My bad, guys. I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Yeah, WBC is scary, man. I'm sure, especially when you got a guy like Judge playing, I'm sure Hal and these guys, Hal and Cashman and Boone, I'm sure they're a little uncomfortable with it, I'm sure there's a little uncomfortability with it. Even me as a fan, I'm happy for it, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'm almost to the point where they should I want them to not even put him in right field. Just have him DH. Just let him DH and that's it for the WBC. That's not going to happen, but, I don't know. He's too important, like I said. Yeah, man, the insurance stuff, the insurance stuff with WBC is crazy. It is crazy, and I'm not going to lie. Look, let's speak about the elephant in the room. People were saying that it was a little bit of I'm just gonna say like racism or bias or favoritism because a lot of players from these Hispanic or these Latin countries weren't getting insurance. That's what people were saying. I don't think so. I think it's just certain players, especially if you have a long history. If you have a long history of injuries and you're at a certain age, they're not going to insure you or the premium is going to be too high or whatever it is. That's just what insurance companies do. I don't think it was about racism or nothing like that, or they're trying to stack Japan and the U.S. over other teams. I think that's just the way insurance works, right? Like if you get life insurance and you're freaking and you smoke cigarettes, that factors into whether they want to insure you or not, right? Because it's not good for your health. Or if you get house insurance and you live in a flood zone or something, or in a zone that's susceptible to wildfires, they might not want to insure you. It's the same thing with these baseball players. Same thing. John the Beagle Dad says, Real Bill, I just sit and listen. I don't want to turn the tone sour. Turn it sour, man. I don't care. Hi, he said, not even collapses, pops like a balloon. You talking about without Judge? Yep. Real Bill. Jason works his butt off to provide us this channel. We are not going to have people coming here attacking people and talking garbage to other people. Who's talking garbage, man? I don't know what's happening. I'm lost in the sauce. What do you say? Katie was treated like crap. I'm going to boot some asses from now on. I didn't even know Katie was here. I don't know what's happening, man. I have no idea. And I don't mind, look, for the mods.
At Rafael Corrales-G2B says, WBC Wow Baseball is around the corner, time is flying.
Rafael, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Rafael Corrales-G2B says, WBC Wow Baseball is around the corner, time is flying.
It is flying. It is flying. Time is flying. In no time, in a week from now, these teams start. So a lot of these countries, they're already playing, but for the USA specifically, because especially and DR too, because a lot of these guys are actually in spring training. A lot of them report to their WBC teams in a week from now, like March 1st. So they got like a week from March 1st to March 5th to play to get practice together and stuff. And yeah, and the tournament is short. That's the thing about the WBC. When you look at it, I think it's March 5th to March 17th. So it's not a long tournament, guys. What's that? It's literally like 2 weeks. But it's very exciting and I can't wait. And I love it. I love WBC years. Besides the fact that I get scared that my players are gonna get hurt, I love it because it's meaningful baseball in March, right? Meaningful baseball in March. You can't beat that, man. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. I appreciate it, man. Ace says cheer. Man, make sure y'all go check out my boy Ace. Ace says we're getting a taste of our future outfield today. Yes, sir. We're getting a taste of our future outfield and our future, maybe our future setup guy, future closer, and Carlos Lagrange or starter. I know a lot of people want him to stay as a starter. And I guess he could do that too, but that's the future right there. Oh, excuse me. John the Beagle, he said, I'm good. I don't know what's happening in the chat. Apparently there was some discrepancies between some people, but yeah, man, be respectful to each other, please. That's all I ask. We could all have differences in opinions and stuff. As long as we're respectful to one another, that's all I ask. But you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with anybody, But you do have to show respect. That's the rule here. All right. That's I think Lagrange would be fire out of the bullpen with that velo. Yeah, if he could tone down his walks, then yeah, he would. He would. The bullpen is gonna be. This bullpen throws a lot harder than we did last year. I'll tell you that. But anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for me. I gotta get ready to take my son to practice. And yeah, so I'll be on later on. I'm not sure what time. So just stay posted. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and turn on the bells notifications so you can get all the notifications and all that good stuff. You know what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do this earlier every day. It's a lot earlier for me, guys. And I'll finish with this because I'm 2 hours behind the East Coast. So I know most of the guys that watch me, or most of you fine people that watch me on the East Coast. So I'm 2 hours back. Keep that in mind. So it's a lot earlier for me. A lot earlier. But we're gonna make this happen. And I'm starting to ramp up. This is my spring training, like Ace was saying yesterday on his channel. This is my spring training. I'm ramping up, right? We're ramping up. I'm getting into that mode, that streaming mode where, where it's consistency and it's a routine. It becomes a routine where I know, every morning, every night, however I'm gonna do it, I'll do it. But anyway, yeah, Real Bill, man, send me the email. Let me know what's going on. And look, and for my mods there, if you're a mod, oh, that got loud. If you're a mod, look, don't boo people for just any old reason. But if you have legit reason to boot them out, get them out of here. Get them out of here. You guys, I trust you guys to make the right decision. I do. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you all. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Carlos Lagrange. Let's go Aaron Judge. Let's go whoever else is playing today. Ryan McMahon. I like Ryan McMahon. Anyway, folks, I'll see you next time. Peace, y'all.